Also, we're sticking to copyright-free music from now on because I did the one time I decided to say forget it during a stream, it took me 5 hours of editing to get out all the stupid copyright strikes from my video. So never doing that again. So just a reminder, everyone, on the time rules. The way it works is you have 5 minutes to get to your table. If not, you get a game 1 loss. And then 5 minutes after that, it is a match loss. I'm not on. Yeah, okay. This is some very weird looking DBS, if that's what you're expecting. Absolutely. So when I make the pairings, you guys have 5 minutes to get to your table, and then it's the 5 minutes from there that will be the game loss, and then it's 5 minutes after that will be the match. All right, so we do have a Rocket City here, so probably a huge staple in white, in which it allows to mitigate the fact that your opponent's drawing cards. At level 2, it turns your opponent's draws into cycles, and it does stack. So the more of them you get, the worse it gets for your opponent, obviously. So depending on if you can get multiple cores on it, it could actually make this Blade Dino a little bit annoying. Doesn't change the fact, though, that at 3 cores, he will be a annoying attacker. So at least there's that. Yo, all right, this card's Pog. This card's absolutely nuts. I used to run at 2, then 3, and now it's 4. Nebula Dragon is insane. It gets rid of Nexuses, red being really the only color that does that reliably. It can pop a body alternatively. I do like Ice Maiden MK2, though. I run it as like a 2 of in some of my white decks, just as some spicy tech, right? It's just like, why not have some armor yellow, you know? But yeah, and then it gets a pretty chonky body after that, so based on last week, and obviously I didn't have the time to put together the charts this week. I'll do them right after the tournament, so you guys have that data, of course. But have you guys changed your builds at all since last week? Right now we got some data, right? White heavily represented in terms of the splash decks. The red decks, the ones that did really well, the ones that are like hyper focused on the Nova thing, but then we saw some spicy Pterosaur that was like teching in some Nexuses, right? So have you guys added more variations to the things that you're doing, or try different things now that we've actually got some metadata to base our stuff off of, right? That's the biggest thing I want, is I want to create as much opportunity for information that the community can work with. So this is a tough spot. We are at 2 life here, unfortunately, and we do have the double Rocket Sea, which is dope, but that doesn't currently help our situation of having to deal with this. So this could be a tight spot. I mean, the fat, there are 2 ways you can be fat, right? You can be running hella Numen guards, or you can go up to 60. So there are 10 cards you are allowed in your sideboard, if I remember correctly. All right, so we will get swing in here with the Blade Dino. You could pay this. So okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go for the bump, actually get it off board, which is fine. We could respond technically, but nope, looks like the Ice Maiden will be going to the trash, and then we will swing with the Nebula Dragon. This will potentially be doing 1 damage depending on if we proc this Ice Shield right here. No, we'll dream. Oh, are we gonna be dream bombing the Nebula? No, you can't do that. You don't want your on summon again. No. Oh, that's tough. I mean, look, maybe you just had to because this is not an Ice Shield, but yo, dream bombing a Nebula feels bad. Dude, those Rocket Cities you spent a whole turn stacking up, you're about to lose one of them. That's tough. If you're going to bounce one of them, bounce the Blade Dino. Yep, there we go. There's another one. But now you got the Nomen Guard, so like, that's real. I mean, it's a big blocker. But that's the thing, right? Like, Nomen Guard's like, but you still need to die. Right? Like, for me to get everything that you do, you need to die. But at least he's like the perfect suppression target. You got 1,000,000 cores in here, so there's a point in which, like, with suppression, like, red is not gonna be able to get through this for a while. I was high on Dream Bomb. I still think Dream Bomb is good, but like, you can't think of Dream Bomb as removal. Dream Bomb's not removal, it's a tempo card, right? So like, I think Dream Bomb is good for things like Mid Duke if you're a non-purple deck, or even a Nova in a really, really bad situation. Right, but I wouldn't consider it real removal. So, oh, that's true. That do be very true. I would make a judge call here, and like, I'll make sure to like let them know and correct. But I mean, realistically here, Pelilo's at like 1 card in hand. We'll see. I mean, I kind of showed up to a little bit late, and we're already in the next turn. But if it happens again, I'll remind him. But you guys are absolutely correct. The elephant does need the 4 cores to get there. All right, looks like we were doing some core math, and we weren't able to get there the way that we wanted to. Okay, looks like we're gonna get there. Looks like we're gonna remath it out, and there's a lot of stuff happening right now. Okay, I think this works. Okay, looks like we're gonna Nomen Guard swing. Okay, dude, the more and more this card gets played, the more and more I love it, dude. Bro, Confront's so good! Because, like, assuming there's no suppression here, you can force the block on the Fierce Gore. Even if it's gonna die, it doesn't matter, just to guarantee the swing with your bigger thing. So, I mean, either way, this doesn't matter. The play here is to go wide, but yeah, exactly. Like, what you do is you get your Confront swing. Like, you swing with I mean, actually doesn't matter. You just swing with your Rain Needle. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing. This thing basically has Confront. So swing with your Rain Needle if he has something great. If not, then... Sure. Draw 2 more. Sure. Is he worried about the crackback? I guess that's fair, right? Because you do kind of just lose the Absolute Ice Shield here. Assuming that you go all in. But no, he only has 2 cards. He's not going to be able to... Well, I mean, maybe. No, he just passed. No shot. The pass? What? You could have went for game. But then you're... Because, like, if he has the Absolute Ice Shield on your first swing... If he had the Absolute Ice Shield on the first swing, you still had 2 blockers. Okay, so we take the damage. Then go for turn again. I mean, we're kind of in the same space here. We just gave our opponent a chance at 1 more blocker. All right, looks like we do have a no-show, so we'll go ahead and give the win over to Flame Dragon, and then drop his opponent. Only Rares, thanks for the follow. What's up, homie? All right, there's the Ice Shield. Weren't able to get... We were probably digging for the health regen, to be honest. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the Nomen Guard dying here is pretty relevant. Pretty big deal. But still, I mean, yeah. Like, based on this board, assuming Kai doesn't see an Ice Shield, you only need three attackers to be able to get there. So, and then you're going to be able to... it's Palilo versus Kai Kamiya. So Kai Kamiya was our undefeated Red Nova player from last week. And it does look like he's running the deck back again this week. And Palilo here looks like he's on White Splash Purple. So... Okay, so not enough attackers, but you are going to force your opponent to have to block everything. Yep, so there's the block. Does look like we're going to be paying for an Ice Shield. No, okay, charged. So making it win the combat. That's fine. Oh, Red Nova is incredibly good. You run your version with or without Jex? Jex. Does your version of Nova run Jexfish or not? Without Jex? I see. Alright, there's the Star Blessed draw. Which makes sense, right? Get your draws out. You already have lethal on board. So at least, you know, put yourself in a good spot to be able to kind of deal with whatever... Assuming what you find. Hey, okay, all right, now you're in a really good spot. Now you just get the 5 life. You've basically sealed the deal. No matter what happens here now, you have such a huge health buffer. You have so many cores to work with because of the ramp of losing life. Like, you'll only call it Jexus one time. All right. Yeah, this is a pretty huge play from Kai here. So this basically seals the deal here. Should be game. Oh, heck yeah. Especially now with that, you get rid of the Netherworld Depth so that your opponent's not drawing cards anymore. Yeah, so now you swing with Nova, you clear board. No, it has armor, so it's not going to matter. But it doesn't matter. Like, so then you could keep him there as the biggest blocker. I think here you attack with your Horn Grizzly. Or you could keep the Horn Grizzly Black as the blocker. You don't mind dying. Even though I don't see why you would take damage at this point here, but... Thank God that Harris Heller's Stream Beats are actually pretty decent tunes, because otherwise it gets really mind-numbing. All right, done with my coffee. So I can log aside. Ugh. How are we still holding on here? That's crazy. All right, the Heaven Piercing Castle. I don't know if I believe in this card. It's like fine in white because you don't really use your Soul Core for a lot, but like... I don't know if I believe in Heaven Piercing Castle, to be honest. Red testing the strategy of having the game wrapped up game 1 and just stalling for 45 minutes. I mean, as long as he advances the board state, technically he can take as long as he wants. So, I mean, hey. Not a Gurren Lagann fan? I love Gurren Lagann. But, you know, the drill is what pierces the heavens, not the castle. You know, I mean, here's the thing. If you know that you have a guaranteed slot in game 1 against a white deck that needs a lot of time to get off the ground anyways, it's actually not a terrible idea to stretch the game out, right? But what's on top of the castle? True. We don't know. True. Could be a drill. The reality being, though, that at some point your opponent might be able to actually get enough cards to like put you in a losing position. So you got to be careful, but like killing a few turns and killing time on the clock, knowing you have the win and like you're up against a matchup that might not be able to finish game 2, not a terrible idea. And of course, huge shout out to Sound Ninja for helping out with the tourney. Oh. Bro, my shoulder is dying. I need to stop falling asleep on planes. Yeah, so there's the Dream Bomb. Like one of your opponent's next is returned to their hand. Yeah. It looks like we're going for a reset here, so it does look like Kai finally decided to close it out. And we'll be moving on to a game dose. All right, looks like Peg Horse will be out here alongside a Burst. Oh, this first, I don't even know if kids are allowed to. Like the thing with the Battle Hour venue, what that was in Vegas, was that to play in any events, they had to be over 21 due to like gambling laws in Vegas. So I don't even know if people who like if under 21s are even allowed to play in Vegas. All right, Forest of the Steelies. Bro, I was so hype on this card when I thought it was all Nexuses. But then when I found out it's a white Nexuses, that was so much less good. I mean, again, in this matchup, it's fine, right? Especially since you do want your Rocket Cities to live, but it's kind of weird that it's tied to having a burst card, though. It's like, it's very odd that the condition is a burst. And it's like, I guess white is a color that cares about having burst. I mean, it is the color that has, what, the most burst? Or do they all have the same amount? Same amount. Fair enough. All right, looks like we have the double Nexus start here between the Volcanic Canyon and Scorch Battlefield. Do you guys like Scorch Battlefield? Maybe I'm bad, right? But like and it's mostly because Red doesn't really have a secondary. I think it's because Red doesn't have a secondary Nexus it really wants to run. But like I am not in love with Battlefield. I'm not gonna lie. It's like for one core, I get the effect that this does. And then like this draw is only relevant when I start dealing damage. But like, I don't know. I'm not in love with it. Sheesh. We got a big Peg Horse right here. I do like, I think if I had to choose, like I almost do think I would take Where Stars Are Born. But at the moment, I only run the Volcanics, and that's about it. So dumping away the Supernova, so either having a way to toot it back in hand with the Emperor Beast, or just having more in there. Saint Seiya. I should probably watch Saint Seiya. I haven't seen that since I was a kid. All right, how much time left on the Kaku? Looks like we've got 36 minutes left. Don't watch the Netflix one, but do check out Legend of Sanctuary. All right, noted, noted. I heard that Saint Seiya was like super big in Latin America, which is very interesting. I mean, first off, like Latin Americans pop off like there's no other when it comes to anime in general. Like their love for like Dragon Ball and all those things. Like I wish there was that love here across the board in the same way that the people in Latin America do, because like their passion for that kind of stuff is amazing. Hey, we've got Peg Horse number 2. Looks like we'll be taking the damage here. It is. We had the Spanish version of it on Cartoon Network. Okay, yeah. Tokusatsu team stuff. Okay, I see. All right. Go ahead and get draw. Did I miss something? How did we lose a Volcanic? Was it bounced to hand? The beauties of having to pay attention elsewhere. Okay, yeah, it was probably bounced to hand, but back down it goes. All right, we're thinking about how we want to do this. Interesting. No, sleep? Who needs sleep? Who needs sleep when I can make content? Who needs sleep when you don't have a job? No, we're just vibing. I was thinking about not streaming. I'm not going to lie. But I was like, nah, we're going to do it. What do I have to lose? Outside of like my sanity. Sleep. You lose sleep. Oh, okay. Well, I can lose sleep all day long, baby. Time is our most precious resource, and the longer I stay awake, the more time I'm using. I don't know. This is not a healthy way to look at it, but we'll just run with it for now. Let's see what the play here. I think we're considering whether we do the peg course stuff or not. Okay, looks like we went down to 5 life here. Looks like we will. I mean, this is still swinging for what looks to be 3k. So 3k on a level 1 is not terrible. Nope, looks like we opted to not attack. So we'll be going back 4 life on our turn. You have the round timer anywhere. I did post the Cuckoo on the Discord. I mean, I guess technically I can. What is that app called? There's an app you can use that like manages. I always forget what it's called. I'm gonna have to look for it. But either way, there's 32 minutes left on the clock. Whoa, we're getting into real game music here. Careful now. I'm not looking to oh, God. Arcade, yeah, there we go. There's also timers in TTS. That is true. Sick. My internet browser is being dumb, which means I would need to restart the entire browser to be able to search stuff. Sick. Love that for me. No. It's on me. I can like not this round, but going into the next round, or in between games, I can probably add one. But for now, there's 31 minutes left. Phone browser, yeah, my 7% charged phone. Mm-hmm. Man, I just need to know because I have it downloaded on my computer for sure. It's guaranteed. I just need to find out where it is. Well, I quit. I'll find it later. All right, so we are staring down at 3 life for our white player here versus 4 life for our Nova player here. All we have is a Rain Needle on the one side versus a Pegasus, a Rocket City, and a Force of Steel. Leaves. I will say the Dream Bombs are doing a great job here of being able to mitigate the board at the moment. And now having this Netherworld Depths is... but bro, you have so many cards. There are so many cards here for our red player. There's no way that Netherworld Depth survives. But at least it'll be expensive, right? Like, not having reductions on board does mean that this Nebula is going to cost a bit, so... Or not Nebula, but, Andromeda. There's another red needle. So for 1 core, reductions. Red is, I mean, red is telegraphing having like a quarter, like a fifth of his deck in his hand. I don't even know if it's telegraphing at this point. Like, he just has probably every unique card in his deck. So I don't know how you beat this outside of like just hard tempo, because he obviously has an Ice Shield in his hand by now. But yeah, you can just threaten game depending. I mean, go hyper wide. Yeah, using the charge draw here for an extra 2 cards. Yeah, we really are just gaming here, huh? Yeah, Pegasus does have a Soul Core. So it will be able to block. What happened to my music? My browser. What's wrong with you? I'm gonna have to kill my browser, aren't I? Alright, boys, we're killing the browser. They're not looking good. Yeah, my DJ skills are not coming together at all, clearly. Oh. Why is tabletop running a crash handler? What? Okay. All right, let's try and get these pages back.
Wouldn't it be cool if you could film yourself and easily turn into anything you want, like a cartoon?
Disposed against someone you're supposed to feel sympathy for. Ashley Graham in Resident Evil 4 is probably the canonical example of someone who's entirely helpless.
Okay, there we go. Now let's see if we can spin back up some tunes. The browser gotta pay. Fruit. And guys, this is why red is really good. This is why red is really good. Look at this board. Oh, God. Maybe I am losing my voice a little bit. My throat is a little bit sore. So this is red doing all the things. You got double peg horse, so you're not going to die to the Novas, but you're also like facing a kind of nutty board. It is not the color that makes it good, but the mad lad that wants to burn the world. True. True. All right. Hey, what's up, Nell? How are you doing? I hope you had a good weekend. All right, we out here. All right, we're set up again. Our computer's working for us, not against us. I think white can survive here. Here's the thing. With the Rocket Sea the way it is, and the board like this, depending on what the hand is, there is comeback potential here. There is comeback potential. You just kind of have to deal with this guy. But if you deal with this guy... Did One Piece and MHS stuff was good. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I forgot that as the One Piece pre-release, right? I opened up some odd few boxes with Eggman and Yomi, which was a lot of fun. Okay, gonna have to submit some results. Looks like Legea 121. Looks like Flamer 120. Nope. Sounds good. Give them the thumbs up. You did one pre and open one box. Decide I'll likely stick to red and green deck, so I don't have to shell as much. Yeah, that's it. That's why I kind of bought into Zoro for set 1. Just knowing that I'll be able to just play that deck into set 2 and not invest too much into it. So I just need to pick up cards. So, and most of them are like just rares or uncommon. So the only thing that's going to be annoying to pick up is going to be Redbeard. Kingdom Mom is so much more fun to play than Kid. True. Very true. Someone asked in Discord about the time of tournament chat. Yeah, I went ahead and posted the Cuckoo. So there's about 20 minutes left in regular time, and then we'll go into overtime. Terno Kiku's so messed up. Yeah, it's kind of busted. But the problem is you kind of do just die to aggro, right? So all right, we got the Nebula Dragon Swing. We got the block with the Snowflake. Wow, he's actually running Snowflaken. That's armor red, so maybe it's a sideboard card. I hate it, man. White, mono white is such a tough gig. There's like white splash Netherworld. It's not even white purple. It's unfortunate because I think if you splash the purple, you would have so many more solutions to dealing with what the hell's going on here. I will say though, the 2 peg horses definitely put in work. So the fact that this is like a full board that Nova can't actually deal with means that if your blocks are big enough, you can actually just like stonewall them. So there's a world in which this deck can do something, especially if like you keep the Rocket City along and like will force your opponent to just not draw into stuff. Gibson and the 1-cost event go a long way. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Nebula is pretty good here. I'm confused. Are we not gonna... Oh, right. Because you have a burst, you can't even pop off. This is actually... Honestly, this board is pretty hot. Just in that, like... Nothing can get destroyed. So if you can just be the bigger deck on board... It's not terrible. This is actually kind of okay. That's kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. It's very amusing. Another one. But you still need to put yourself in a position to win, which is the toughest part. So what's the big play here? Oof, the Star Blast, which is fine. You need more cards, but you're still in a position where you're going to have to proc off your Absolute Ice Shield on the next swing, and you're kind of digging for stuff. Yeah, this Forest is putting in a lot of work. It's just unfortunate that the Rocket Series came out a little bit late, so Kai still has like a hand of like 8 cards, but a lot of people using cards they thought were bad. They are bad, but in the right scenario where you can build a board of really good, right? Like this card, I will say, is almost objectively bad. This card is kind of terrible, but in the context of this specific board state, all this stuff is pretty good. God. There's going to be a force damage here because you just can't afford. Because this is swinging for what? He's got the 5 cores. So this is swinging for 12k. You could Dream Bomb it, but then gives your opponent the chance to play it again, but he'd have to send, which isn't all that bad. I don't think you care about that. All right, looks like cards are bad until they're good, right? Little drops on all these cards. Yeah, all the little cores. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like what a Nomen, like you need a big block. Basically, the only thing that this deck is missing at the moment is a boss monster that can compete with the swings of Nova. So you're looking for like what, like an Elk that you can get to level 3. You're looking for like an Enterprise that you can get to level 3. Like, you just need a boss monster now to contest and, like, start actually preventing your opponent from attacking. And people are just seeing creative people test with them. Oh, yeah. I mean, if there's any world in which you want to, create, like, just test, might as well be here. There's, like, no risk outside of, like, I don't know how bad people are trying to fight for that top 8 tournament. But, like, realistically, there's no risk here in terms of just using it for testing. Just finished the first game, then didn't have time. Okay, I mean, you still had 20 minutes, but there's 17 minutes to play the next games. But that's fine. Na 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 da, da. Yo, what's up, TPG? What are the odds you can send me top 16 from this tournament in your last one? Like, what do you mean top 16? Like the deck lists? Best testing happens. Not list, just the decks. I actually post up the results. So if you like check out my Twitter, Wyatt, I should have an image that shows the meta breakdown of every color that was represented. Eggman also made a video about it, and then later today I'm gonna post one here. So, yeah. So if you check on the Discord or on my Twitter, later today I'll post up a follow up for this week as well. So that data for last week's is already available, and data for this week's will be available at the end of the day. So, making a video to inform people. Yes, let's go. Glad to have you jumping in on the bandwagon. I hope you're excited for Vegas, because I know you say that the drive isn't too far for you. So, yeah. So this Nomen guard is exactly what you need right now. Primarily because now it's like you can swing with Nova. First off, you should probably get it to level 2, depending on what your board looks like. But right, this Noman Guard basically is like, yeah, you can swing into with your Nova, but now is gonna cost you because I'm gonna be able to draw into outs. So, oh yeah, I know that TPG has been on the server. That much I know. How much time is left? Mother. Guys. For the love of Christ. Yeah, 14 minutes left. Otter 2-0'd. Espira, why don't these guys want you to sleep? Sleep is for the weak. We don't worry about that. Yeah, there we go. So you get the swing. That'll die. But then you get your draw 3, ramp 3. It's so hot. That's so hot. Whoo, bro, this proc is probably one of my favorites of all time in terms of this game. This when destroyed ability. Woo. Can you count down sheep from 10? Yeah, 10 sheep, 9 sheep, 8 sheep, 7 sheep, 6 sheep, 5 sheep, 4 sheep, 3 sheep, 2 sheep, 1 sheep. And for you computer scientists out there, 0 sheep. Yeah, y'all sleeping now? All right, let's see if we drew into some outs. We drew a bajillion cards now as white. You sing? Oh god, no. If I use sing, you guys wouldn't be falling asleep. What are our deck sizes looking like now? I don't know. But I have to imagine Kai can't have too many cards in deck now, right? Bro, if you play another Noman Guard here, woo! You had it. I love it. You love to see it, dude. No shot. This is the board state we landed on. That's crazy. Oh, what? No, what? Why are you playing Durham Dyna in this deck? What? I get, oh, well, you get your refresh from your Noman Guard, but like, whoa. And I guess, but then you lose your Soul Core, so you can't use your Peg Horses. Gee. You potentially just won. No, there's no shot Kai doesn't have Ice Wall or Ice Shield. It is impossible. There's no way. But like this is kind of nutty. This Noman Guard needs to live though, but it probably does, right? Red has like outside of like Dream Bomb, Red has no way to like kill this Noman Guard, so you will get your refresh step no matter what. No, I get it. I get that like 4 things can't be blocked here. That's for sure. Or 5 things can't be blocked here. That's for sure. I get that much. But there's no way Kai doesn't have an Ice Shield here, right? Wow. Wait, what? No way. Wait, did he get there? He didn't have it? No shot, he didn't have the Ice Shield. What? No way, dude. White won? Yo, that's crazy. Mono White taking the game off against Red, bro. That's crazy, dude. Was able to fend off Nova for like what, 5 turns? No shot. And then Dyna actually having the dub because he didn't have the Ice Shield after drawing like what, 3/4 of his deck? Bro, no way. What the hell? Bro, Kai, the undefeated player from week 1, potentially on the docket for a draw. They have 10 minutes left. Yo, what the hell? Mad respects to Balilo here, dude. That's crazy. Can't catch me siding out Ice Shield, bro. Yo, you got me effed up before you catch me siding out Ice Shield. That was crazy. Bro, and then opting to go second. I don't know if you want to go second as red. I mean, I feel like it doesn't matter too much, but... No, that's fair. That's a pretty good hand to want to go second with. I can see that. I do think keeping the MK2 is a little bit jarring, though, because it does nothing in this matchup. Like, surely you could side this out for something better. Okay, well, there's the piercing, so you're going to be able to draw. Oh, when they draws outside of their draw step. I see. What are we doing this? I guess it's just there. Yep, there's the confronter, so you're going to be able to swing, deal with this. Assuming no combat tricks. Yeah, looks like we're going to block. No responses. The Ice Maiden is going to get clapped. Then we will knock 1 life with the Ray Needle and pass turn here. Bro, Kai Kamiya is playing at like gamer speed. he does not want to get a draw here. The man wants to keep his undefeated streak. I respect it. I appreciate that. Gamer speed, baby. Yo, the Noman Guard! No way! The level 2 Noman Guard? Shit, bro, that's not bad, but you need like suppression to make it really good here. Because nothing here is big enough to make it die, so you're not going to get your proc off, but you have a really good blocker. You got your refresh. Like, ooh, Noman Guard is so hot here. Assuming you have the cards you need. Looks like we're good. No, bro, no way. He's still actually playing the Nebula Dragon? I mean... Yeah, Nebula Dragon's really good in a spot precisely like this. Man, maybe I just take in Nebula Dragon into my decks. Too many people are comfortable chilling at 2 life, being like, oh, Absolute Ice Shield will save me. Maybe I just need to get more Nebula Dragon in my life, dude. Maybe as a 2 of. Maybe I replace Jax in my deck for it. All right, looks like we will have the combat phase Absolute Ice Shield here. Gonna get rid of that. Espira seeing the light. Yeah, maybe. Plus, they either block it or let it go through. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, maybe I take it in. I feel like too many people are like being way too comfortable. Like, oh, I'm at 2 life, so I can't die. Like, yeah, okay, fine. Whatever. Do this main phase, like, destroy your blocker, then go for game. Pretty hot. Take Flamefish and burn it. Man, I don't think you can burn Flamefish. He's a Flamefish. I'm not gonna lie, these draws are nutty, dude. Like, I think unfortunately Kai is just in a very, very tough position. Like, this is tough, dude. Like, he's got gamer speed, but like, unfortunately, and like, it's not like White has a ton going on, right? Like, there's not a ton of draws, so there's a world in which like Kai can get there because like White's just not drawing a ton, but he's got the perfect cards he needs. This Noman Guard, once it dies, like, you're gonna be drawing more. Now we're just drawing dig. We got the Rain Needle. Now we got all our reductions on board. Now what's the play? We got 3 cores available to us. 5 if you account for the 2 that are on the Nebula Dragon. All right, looks like we're just going to draw more. So we've literally drawn, what? 6 cards at this point? Dude, no way. Dude, I think my boy's a little frustrated right now. No. Anthony 120. And then BW beats Symphonist 2-1. Damn, Symphonist not undefeated 2 weeks back to back. But hey, fought the 2-1. Maybe we can still get a good score going. Rip the Dyna. Average white W. Dude, the trigonometry is floating in the air, dude. The beauty here, though, is that you can't swing without Nomengard dying, but you do have 2 blockers, which means it's just like, yeah, there's the AIS. Now pass along to white, and white can just keep on swinging and still have these insane blockers up. Man, I love this card, dude. This card's so dope. Looks like Costa 120. Damn. Damn. Just calling it here. Oh, that's crazy. White actually won 2-1 against red. Wow. That's nuts, dude. That's actually busted. Are people finding ways to make white work now? Did they find the right splash? Yeah, white's been working for a few weeks now in terms of like finding like a splash to bring it together. We can probably look at builds right after this to kind of see like where people are landing on it. For what it's worth, a lot of people are incentivized to not take their most competitive builds into this, but regardless, it will give us a good idea of what people are kind of like playing into. But the thing with white is that like mono white will always struggle, but there are a core set of white cards that are good. You know, Dream Bomb being selectively good depending on the situation. If you can get it early enough, Rocket Seed can be really good. Odin's a pretty nutty card. So, and of course, white has some of the best end game in the game. It's just about getting to the end game. So we're at 2 life here, 2 4 life. We got a Nebula Dragon and an what is this deck? We got a Dyrano Rex in the trash. We got a Nebula on board. We've got Overraptor. Is it Pterosaur splashing Nebula? I mean, that makes sense, depending on how hard you go into the Rex package. The only iffy thing here is that obviously Nebula turns off Rex. But I guess you can just kind of kill it. Like you can self-destruct Nebula whenever that becomes an issue. Table 15, Mustang won their match 2-0. There is 26 minutes left in the round. So purple going Decently wide here. Curse Dragon doing Curse Dragon things. Got the Purple Smoke Valley, and we got the Dark Lancer Cavalier up in here. 4 cards to 3 cards, but purple having the opportunity to be able to go up in card draw. Unfortunately, the Andromeda is too high chord for this Curse Dragon to take it out at the moment. Okay, looks like Mike Bit 120. Bro, I love Manga Steer. Probably one of my favorite emotes. That's just so funny. Yeah, let's see how red maneuvers through this one now. We're in the tank. Yo, Kudan, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated, homie. I hope your tournament run is going okay. Hope you're enjoying it and learning some new things. Canyon. Setting up for draws next turn. You think Big Bang needs to be limited? Yeah. Why is that? Did you just have an unfortunate Big Bang matchup? All right, we're setting up a burst. High likelihood that that's an absolute ice shield. All right, looks like I'm gonna have to go in the back and drop wielding. Move from the tournament. And back, here we go. Oh, did I drop Palilo? I don't think I did either. I did not. With the draw red has, they can continually send low cost star dragons. Yeah, for sure. It's very, very, very good. It like, even if you don't even go for the Nova play, just being able to play like Andromeda for 1 is busted. It puts you in a position where you're either punished for aggroing down your opponent trying to kill them early, or you're punished for going late and giving them enough time to draw into their whole deck. So it's a very tough position to be in. I love the organization. Very nice. All right, so we're currently working with 10 cores here. Red as a combo deck feels odd, but making BSS different makes BSS. Yeah, well, I mean, it depends, right? Red is a combo deck depending on the game you look at. You know, I mean, in Magic the Gathering, like, lots of combo decks are in red. But in every other game, yeah, red is very much just the cards go brrr. I feel like if you wait till a late game in some decks, though, you're already going to take them down in 1 turn. Yeah, that's true. I mean, like, we saw the white matchup, right? Like, in the white matchup in round 1, it was just, hey, I have these bodies you can't deal with, and eventually my win is inevitable, which was pretty nutty to see, so... All right, so we're setting up our Beldegor. We're setting up our Curse Dragon. Not going to be able to take out this Andromeda, and we'll have the sufficient cores to play out this Absolute Ice Shield. Doesn't armor get around dragon? Doesn't the dragon get around armor? Which dragon? Alright, so we're removing all but one core. May have the removal to deal with Andromeda now. Does Curse Dragon? Yes, Curse Dragon gets around. His when summon does get around. Not the when attack, but the when summon absolutely does, because it does. You're not choosing. So because you're not choosing, it does get around armor. But I was talking about the red matchup. I mean in the red matchup, armor is good, is what I was saying. Then purple, yeah, it's Curse Dragon just kind of doesn't care. But then you still don't have a way to actually get rid of the one singular core. But at least combat gets easier because now you're dealing with level 1s. Potentially. Are you going back to Vegas? Back specifically for what? If we're talking about the launch of it, yes, I'll be going back. I actually need to book my flight. I already have my housing, but not my flight. But yes, I am going back to Vegas for that specifically. If it's for something else, you might have to specify for me what else you would like me to be in Vegas for. Looks like we might be getting more results here. Looks like it's a 2-0 for Creeshow. All right, looks like Ray is dropping. Deck didn't work as well as I needed it to. I mean, that's also fair, right? Like, this is a great opportunity to give those decks a try and be like, damn, I'm glad I tested this out here instead of Vegas, right? So while it obviously sucks, it does provide more opportunity for like, okay, well, now I know, and now we can work towards getting that better. So hope that, you know, in light of having like a bad week in terms of like your results, at least you guys can like feel those things out and we can make improvements and get better as we go, right? Like that's the whole goal of this. You're driving down, like one of my only few good things about being in Idaho. Yeah, being able to drive to Vegas would be super dope. Unfortunately, I think the drive just does not make it worth it for me from Seattle. How many people are you expecting as this launch event? My ballpark expectation is anywhere between 300 to 500 is what I expect. So we'll see. Also, how many do you think will buy boxes, especially after some are pre-ordered in other places? I think there'll be a good amount of people who are going to try to spike this event that will buy boxes. I also think there's going to be a lot of people that will split boxes, and I also think there will be almost no Absolute Ice Shields at this event unless you're willing to pay out the ass. So, but all right, so we have set up another Nibla and an Arc on board. We have a swing with the Beldegor here. Only 2 cards left in hand, so applying pressure isn't terrible, but it is only a 4K. You want to live in Seattle, buy all the boxes for all the ice shields. Yeah, well, that's that. That's it. I'll be moving my extra ice. So here's the thing: I'm either sharing my extra ice shields with my teammates, and if that's not a thing that they need, then I'll just be selling them. So 1 ice shield per box is what I'm hearing, but no way, man. It's a rare. Okay, but like, okay, I feel like I have to describe this to people all the time. Yes, it's a rare. Like you expect less or more, right? Because it's a rare. There are 24 rares in the set, but the SR or the XR replaces the rare slot, which means in reality, you're actually only getting 16 rares a box. Assuming even distribution, which that's not the case, right? Assuming even distribution, that means that realistically, you are actually getting 1 ice shield every 1.5 boxes. some boxes you're gonna get 2 ice shields, some boxes you're gonna get none, right? Because hey, maybe you get a second of another rare or something else like that. So assuming even distribution, not including the alt art or the foils, which even then you're not accounting for that much anyways. It is 1 rare per pack, but the XR replaces the rare, which means that it's actually about 16 rares a box. Which means it's actually, assuming, again, and that's an assumption, assuming even distribution, that's why you're looking at, this is a huge Curse Dragon. Sheesh. The Basculus Curse Dragon combo, baby. The Basculus Curse Dragon combo, baby. But yeah, so assuming even distribution, you're looking at 1.5, you're looking at 1 Absolute Ice Shield per every 1.5 box. Where we don't know for sure, but a lot of what we're seeing pull rate wise is very similar to Dragon Ball. So given that, the assumption is about 6 to 7 hits per box. So it could be anywhere from like 6 XR hits and maybe 2 alt arts. We're not entirely sure yet, but that's just kind of what we're guessing. You didn't think you see that combo works? Yeah, I don't think you can build a whole deck planning on doing just that, but I think having the combo available in your deck isn't bad. Like Basculus, here's the thing. I think Basculus, I wasn't on this card for a while, but then I realized like if you play like Mordred's in your deck and you play the Mummy in your deck, there's a lot of cards that you would actually like to get rid of all cores but 1 and then combo with something else. So are you always going to get the Curse Dragon combo off? Maybe not, but the ability to be able to turn all of your core removal spells into I just need to get rid of 1 core is actually a pretty big deal. So that I've definitely been up on Basculus more than I was before for that reason. Namikishi getting the 2-0 due to a surrender. We'll see though. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like opting to not drop, but then surrendering the moment the round starts. I think next week I might add a rule that says like you actually have to play. Like if you just stick around but then do that, you're basically not giving your opponent the opportunity to play, but trying to get the participation point anyway, which I think is kind of a cheeky workaround. So I won't be a stickler for it this week, but I'll definitely probably add a clause for it next week. All right. Alrighty, looks like Fortress is gonna stick because we got another one. Shee. All right. Here's the Andromeda popping off the Nexus. We'll get the Starblast draw though. Bro, it's such a dope alt art. Ah, this alt art's so dope. And like the card doesn't look like a pyramid in this one. Hey, for what it's worth, if those 2 bad Nexuses were just bait so you can get your good Nexus to stick, that's some big brain right there. If we see another Andromeda though, it's gonna be so feels bad. I don't know if I agree with not attacking though. I mean, I guess if you want to go for like more of an OTK style play, I guess, but I would have attacked last turn for sure. Nope, looks like, well, I mean, you never know, could have a Burning Force. But yeah, looks like we're going to go for the Volcanic Canyon here. Okay, 1, the 2, Burning Force, charge draw 2. Devil Sword, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated, homie. How you doing? I hope you're having a good start to your week. How long? Mm-hmm. I feel like I saw some pings. I did some things. Omnicard, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Hope you're having a good week, homie. Popping in to watch some gameplay for Vegas. That's what I'm saying. If you ever want the recaps, they are also on my YouTube channel. So if you want to go ahead and check that out, the recap from last week is there. Also, if you check out Eggman's channel, he did a tournament breakdown of the tournament, and I'll be posting up a recap of the streams for this week as well. Go check out what's up with Nightbot. I don't know if he's broken or not. Nightbot out here. There you go. Nightbot's back. All right. If you guys want to go ahead and check out my YouTube, it's right there. If you guys want to get any recap content in regards to these circuits. Imagine forgetting to charge, bro. That shit just happens, dude. I don't know what to tell you. So you got a Nova just chilling right here. Did have to use the Andromeda, but that was mine, right? Like I don't know about you guys, but I love an early Nova. There are some decks that literally just can't deal with this thing. Like it getting dream bombed, it feels hella bad, but like your opponent cannot establish a board against this. Now against purple, you do have removal that gets there, but like just be smart, throw a lot of cores on it, and force your opponent to have to do a lot. So like I love an early Nova. Very nice commentary. Thank you. I'm glad you guys appreciate it. I hope my big goal is to inject energy and hype, and hopefully make it exciting for people who weren't part of the who've never played the Dragon Ball card game to really get into it. So I really hope I was able to at least make it exciting. Do you know how the angel that negates Nexus effect works? What do you mean the angel that what part of it works? He says during main phases, Nexuses have no skills. Or they're like level 1, I think is what they are. But if there's like anything specific about how he works that you want, you can ask me and I can check. You think 6-drop ramp SS4 GT Vegeta getting hit? Yeah, probably. I think 6-drop Vegeta just doesn't have any real answers at the moment. So he probably warrants getting hit. Like, do you attack to give your opponent 2 cards, right? That's so tough. I think you do, right? Because, like, here's the thing. If you don't attack, I think you just go for it, right? Like, I think it's so tough, though. Like, you swing with all 3, you're giving your opponent 6 cards. Ugh. But the more turns you wait, that's more turns that your opponent just draws for turn, which is like, How many of those can we do? Oh, this is a very tough board state. I wouldn't know what to do. What would you guys do here? I don't agree with this. That's why you attack earlier. I agree. You should have attacked earlier. I don't know if I agree with this though. Why would you not just attack with Nova and prevent the block? Because like that's like one less damage you're doing. I mean, look, you know what? We can just mill out our opponent. That's the strategy. We're just milling him out. Yeah, you should. Oh, wait. Nova wasn't level 2. That's why it didn't matter. Yeah. Nova wasn't level 2. That didn't matter. Yeah, I forgot the board wipe is on level 2. Wait, but he is level 2. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, the angel only forces the nexuses to be level 1 for 1 turn. For the main phase. So like think of the angel as a permanent, and that permanent only works for that window. There's the curse dragon, which is a pretty big punish for going wide. Kind of wonder how many cards are in deck though. Could play a Mordred here. I mean, you have like half your deck at this point. Could play a Mordred. So then like you swing with Curse Dragons, swing with Mordred, and then you've basically cleared the entire board. Okay, looks like Kai's opponent no-showed. So I'll actually go out and drop him instead. It's one thing to surrender and saying you're surrendering. It's one thing to actually just no-show. So for that one, I won't give him the participation points. But I will still give Kai his 2-0. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Kai defaulted to the win. Okay. Do you actually need to place any cores on Curse Dragon initially, or do you just stick it after he kills stuff in effect? No, because he won't get his effect if you don't put cores on him, right? The when summon is a level 1, so no matter what, you need to put the singular core to proc his when summon ability because it is a level 1 ability. Okay, so we don't actually have a way to deal with the Sigworm Nova. This is a pretty big card to have stick on board. You can't summon anything unless you put at least 1 card on it. Okay, well, there you go. There's also that fact. Is that outright stated in the CR? I mean, it probably is, but I don't know. All right, looks like we're going to Volcanic Break. A thing. Oh no, we're discarding for Canyon. I see. Yeah, Nova sticking here is pretty gross because he can just turn after turn clear the board that the opponent puts up. So like, yeah, your opponent's gonna like, but well, I mean the opponent, yeah, I mean the purple player here has the draws to be able to consistently replace anything that dies here. But Is it 7.0? He's not on version 9 yet? Also, sorry if I'm a little low energy today, guys. I had an extremely long weekend. Gotta make it to 20 by Vegas. Hey, there you go. Sheesh, already got the Netherworld Depths. We have a swing. We'll probably kill the Curse Dragon. Yeah, kill these two. Obviously, Peg Horse can't block. No blockers though, so I mean that's fine. We have the what is probably the Ice Shield right here. So okay, so here's the Ice Shield here. So we're gonna be staying at 2. So many cards in hand. Oh, there's the Enterprise. It's a really good card in this matchup. I mean, really good. It actually dies to level 3 Sigworm. It can't block level 3 Sigworm, which is hilarious. But everything will have armor red, which means Sigworm can't like consistently go burr now. Nari, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Hope you're having a good week, homie. All right, we got to swing with the Peg Horse. This will probably be a proc of the AIS that's right here. Yep. Kind of doesn't matter how you do it, but whatever. All right, got a turn. Draw for the Volcanic. Discard the Nova. I guess we... You don't want a back-to-back Nova? I mean, it'd probably just be just another one in hand. Alright, so here, first off, you start off by putting your Nova at level 3, just so that it can contest. Oh, is that what we're doing right here, right now? No. We're just setting it up for next turn, I guess. Huh, it's pretty good. Netherworld Depths gets around armor, doesn't it? It's pretty dope. So, like, you don't need to, but you technically could confront with Sigworm to then kill the Enterprise. And then just swing with Nova. There's no reason to, but you could. Well, there's no reason to. There's a reason to if you're trying to just get it off the board, because you're not like forced to block, obviously. So you could use him for his confront and then kill the Enterprise. Does Nova have confront? Oh wait, confront picks, doesn't it? No, it just says your opponent must block a Fable. Never mind. Okay, now I'm blanking. Can you confront an armor body? There's a better Ice Shield that you can just activate from hand when you lose a life. So it's like what? It has the burst effect, but without having to be bursted? All right, we're doing some maths. Because so funny enough, This basically says you either kill me this turn or you die. And it also has armor red. I love this combo is so gross. It's like, okay, red player, can you deal a damage to me? Because otherwise you are dead. So you have to get through what, 2 blockers? And he has enough cores that, like, bro, he has everything. He can Nova to heal, that is true. Alright, so we're big banging. We're big banging. Whoa, we're big. Yeah, you do the soul core so that you can just trash it afterwards. Remove from the game, heal, heal, heal. Okay. That's such a good combo. Such a good combo. Alright, so we out here, right? We have 2 Novas now. Yo? They all have confront. Now they don't. But basically saying I will kill one of your blockers, which is big. So either you don't burn me or your shit loses armor and then I board wipe it. It's pretty hot. Yeah, suppression or ice shield, right? I mean, that's just kind of the state you're in right now. But can we mill our opponent? Lore Masters. When it comes to getting milled out, is it interruptive rules processing, or it waits until you go to your next turn, or is it when you end your turn? What's the timing on losing by mill out? At start step, okay. Much appreciate. Really? I would have almost swung. I would have swung with the confront. Huh. Why swing with that first? I guess keep the blockers. Huh. Damn. Puff Tree keeps on leveling up before Vegas. He'll be unstoppable once we get there. Okay, well, this elk is... Does elk prevent dying from... I can't remember. During this turn, cannot be destroyed by your opponent's destruction effects or as a result of battle. Yeah, so this thing just can't die, right? Whenever it blocks. Once it blocks, it just can't die. Okay. I mean, outside of core removal, obviously. Oh, never mind. Can't have his core removed. Okay. So I guess maybe that's why we didn't want to confront. So I think... Okay, so simultaneous effects. This procs and this procs. The attacking player can choose to do this before the when the spirit blocks resolves, right? I'm gonna call Sound Ninja to their table because this is actually pretty. Unless they don't want it. I mean, it's up to them to call judge, but. Yeah, they're just trying to figure it out right now. Alec is safe for the turn. Well, it depends on the activation of simultaneous effect. Yeah, I'm gonna jump in there. I'm gonna wait until Sound Ninja does, because like I would need to check up on simultaneous effects. Oh, it does say when the battle ends. Never mind. Yeah, I thought this procced on block also. Yeah, never mind. Okay, yeah. Hello there. So it's safe because Depths procs at the end of battle, at which point Elk would already be protected. I'm not if Depths had procced simultaneously, I mean resolved simultaneously, I'm gonna double check with Sound and I'm not sure, but the way Depths is worded, it's at the end of battle, at which point it would already be protected. Alex says it just when blocked, can't die for the turn, and then Dep says when one of your opponent's blocks, you can pay a card to destroy it, but the timing for that is when the battle ends. So by the time the battle ends, Elk will already have protection on it, is the way I'm understanding it. So yeah, basically Elk blocks, it's protected, and then by the time the resolution of Depths happens, which is at the end of battle, the protection hasn't dropped off. So okay. How many cards left in Pro? Like, unfortunately, because I don't get promoted, I can't actually interact with game objects. I can only watch. So I don't actually know how many cards are left in however many decks. Can't be much for what it's worth, but yeah, I would have to ask like how it would. Bro, what? What? What is going on here? How do we get to these kinds of board states, my guy? What is going on here? I mean, doesn't do much against these Novas, but like, what? What is going on here, dude? That's what I'm saying. Just deck out. Like, play as much stuff as you can and just swing on deck out. But you're gonna die by burnout in like 2 turns, so. But your opponent probably has an ice shield, so you probably won't be able to swing out that much. Alright, so level 3 on our Sigworm. Just keep saying ice shield and activate when Elk procs. Dude, I forgot about the fact that like that's how ice shield works with double Elk procs. I personally don't like that that's how that works, but anyways. Okay, here's the swing of the first one. Draw dose. Got a knock block. Swing. Mill 2. Mill 2, please. Mill out your opponent, baby. Alright, there's the suppression. Purple Castle Nexus is crazy. Yeah, bro, it's a busted card. This matchup is white purple versus rainbow. Something like that. There's like a red leaning. There's like a red deck that uses white and. No, it's like this is more so white purple versus red splash purple white, I think. Or red white splash purple splash nether. Or red splash nether, maybe. I don't know. Something of that orientation. Bro, look at this hand. Look at this hand. Mill out your opponent. You can do it. Wait, no. You can't afford to. Milling doesn't do anything. You're gonna die before that matters. What is this? Look at this hand, dude. I can't look at deck sizes, unfortunately, based on the permissions I have in the room, so. Probably has a suppression. He probably has lots of things. I mean, look, for just for the sake of saying we did it, we can mill out our opponent and then die anyways. That'd be just, it's just funny for the sake of saying we did it, but. I'll hold it. Yeah, for sure. It's probably, maybe he's even got a boat in there, you know? Damn, Symphonist having a tough day today. Congrats to Flamer for winning it out. What's the judge call now? Oh, they're okay. So there's a judge call at the table, and it's probably just like, when does mill out happen? God. Yeah, this is round 3. Yeah, I think he can mill him out. It just won't win him the game, unfortunately, just because the Elks are kind of broken. We're going for style points here, baby. I think. I mean, for what it's worth, if you know you can't win, as much as I appreciate style points, you're maybe just better off scooping to save yourself time for game 2. Yeah, looks like that's what we're doing. So it looks like we're going to be proceeding over to game 2. So game 1 going to Legea. What in the hell kind of board state am I looking at, dude? Hey, which XRs does your deck run? Yes. Hey. Did Red lose? Yeah, Red did lose. Was unfortunately unable. Wasn't in a position to win. Just didn't have the life for it. Had the mill out on board. But unfortunately, mill. You only lose by mill during your start phase, which means unfortunately it does need to pass your turn, and the Elks would have burned him out before we got there. Oy. I thought it was when your deck. Yeah, so your deck reaches 0. No, so in this game, your deck needs to be at 0 cards, and it needs to go back to the start of your turn. So let's say you play out your turn, and you somehow draw into till you have none in deck. You don't just automatically lose. Canyon is a good way to start things off. Alternatively, we've got Steel Leaves here. We do have the burst, which means our stuff will be protected. Which is like what, Rocket Cities? Oy. No, Flaming Dragon. I'm sure you fought well, homie. We pitched away Burning Forest. Yeah, that's fair. Burning Forest is actually garbage in this matchup. Yeah, never mind. Once Steel Leaves is on board, this card does nothing. Card draw into card draw. Lots of cards. Look at this, baby. We got like 3, 6, 7 cards versus 4. Spirit, did you know that 15 minutes could... Yeah, you don't say. The things that can get done in 15 minutes. Oof, this is not what you want to see. I mean, unless there's like a follow-up play right here. But this is a pretty lackluster turn if this is all we're doing. We got 3. We can do something. We do have Ice Shield here, but with the amount of cards that red has drawn, plus having like, you know, something on board. Yeah, this is tough. This is kind of an L here. Because presumably you've seen all the gas you need to see, so. Sure, we just kind of shortcutted into paying the core. Those Twitch ads? Oh, did you get a Twitch ad? Oh, jeez. All the card draw. You know, we're going to do nothing but draw cards on our turn. You know, opponent, I really took inspiration from the fact that you have 4 cards in hand. So I opted to just keep on drawing more. Yikes. It's tough. The criminal offense. 2-1. All right. Well, double numbing guard, baby. What the fuck? What? I mean, sure, I guess. In this situation, it's pretty good. Dude, I love Elephant. Okay, well, we got the Sigworm. Bro, there's 7Ks though. Like, even if you go into Nova, which I don't, like I said, I've told you guys before, I don't hate the Nova play. Like, you can kill one of them, I guess. Poor Mage, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. I hope you're having a good week, homie. Yeah, and that's just a pass, right? Like, there's no reason to kind of suicide our guys in. But why? To force the usage of Ice Shield? I mean, I understand that you need to run your opponent out of Ice Shields, but I guess it's fair. You only get 1 refresh, yeah. This effect may only be used once per turn. I guess it's fair. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. He's up on card advantage, so it's not like he super is running out of options, but maybe it was the right call. I mean, presumably we can go into a Nova here if we really want to. Yeah, Volcanic Break doesn't do dick for us. There's only white nexuses. Yeah, so you can do that. You can pop the Netherworlds, and then what, you try it again? Yeah. You naturally you pop Netherworlds. If that's an option you can do, you just do it. Okay, yeah, I guess it's just like a battle of hand advantage, right? Just saying like I have the advantage to keep on doing this and eventually break through, and you're gonna run out of ice shield. So yeah, I could see the value here. I don't hate this line. Probably the correct line too. It's not about just not hating it. It's probably playing it correctly. I value my board too much, clearly. Yeah, because once elephant dies, then they can stabilize. Okay. Well, it's do or die time now. Yeah, I mean, he put himself in a position to be able to win. Big ups. He saw the line. But that's the biggest thing that like I've mentioned before, and I think I talked about it last week too, is the fact that you love Lomangard, but unfortunately because he's so big, it's actually almost like a bad thing because it just puts him in a position to being really hard to die. Yo, we about to see the thing. What's this one card in your hand, dude? What's this one card in your hand, dude? I don't think it matters, but it's too expensive anyways, but yes, the Sigworm is literally there for Nova. I don't know if you know, but Nova's a good card. All right, he's just saying I need to go for the win here, so you either have it or you don't. So this is either a Star Blessed or an Absolute Ice Shield. No, I like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Elephant is bad, right? It being big means that it can attack and then do the blocking thing, which makes its level 2 relevant, right? The biggest thing that I'm saying though is that like more often than not, you probably want to utilize his when destroyed, and it being so big makes that hard. That's all. Interesting. So won't utilize the, is just going to use the burst to gain the life. And yeah, like that's a scoop, I guess. Dang, dude. Clutch Dream Bomb. See, and those are the situations in which Dream Bomb is good. Not as hard removal, but just as a tempo swing. Yeah, Red did play that super nice. Honestly, big shout out to Bakari. That was some pretty elegant play right there. Arguably finding the like one line that allowed him to actually be able to get there.